Morning all, 8th of July 2026, currently 10:15. I'm doing it early again because being up. Somebody decided, despite the fact we've got the studio, the kitchen and the front room, that we've all got plug sockets and she has got a big round mirror, somebody decided to dry her hair in the bedroom this morning with the hairdryer. So yeah, I'm up. The match last night. I mean, the Argentina versus oh fucking hell, who were they playing? Egypt. Of course it was. I know it was Egypt because I was talking to our food saying, I bet you wish you were still through there, weren't you? Yeah, Egypt. Bloody hell. 2-0 up and threw it away. Jeez. Just. Now, I drew Argentina as one of my 4 sweet teams with Tykes Union. I drew Sweden, Czech Republic, Uruguay and Argentina. So Argentina my last hope, and as you can see with the thing that I just put on, I was watching at 2-0 down. I was like, oh man, I knew I should have cashed out other night. It was £18 some other night when they were playing, and it dropped to £3 some last night. Then they got one back and it went up, and then it went up, and it's currently, I mean, it went up to £17 odd and now it's £15 odd. I'll never figure out how these things are. So yeah, I have to keep an eye on it when they play next time. I'm potentially due 100, if they win the whole World Cup, I'm due 110 quid on a £10 stake. So I put a tenner on all 4 of them. I cashed out on, I can't remember which one I cashed out on now, but I made a couple of quid. So yeah, I watched who were playing last night? Sweden and Colombia. Oh my God, that was dire. We watched it, and then it got to full time and going into extra time. I said to Vicky, I'm going to watch the rest of this in bed. And I turned it on upstairs and watched about 5-10 minutes at first half at extra time and thought, you know what, bollocks to it. Turned it off, and I'm glad I did. It went to penalties. God, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So what's to tell you then? 12 months ago, I'd been to see my specialist at the Hallamshire in connection to my kidney, and it was decided, yes, I'm having my kidney out. He explained a lot more about it than Barnsley ever did, because at one point Barnsley was saying, oh, there's a possibility it could be, that bit could be frozen and cut off. The guy at Sheffield said, no, that was never a possibility, Simon, because the tumour is a liquid kind of tumour. And I mean, I can't get my head around the fact that because it's liquid it won't freeze, but because it was liquid, they couldn't do it in that way. So he explained all my options and he explained all the risks and one thing and another. He said, we can do it straight away. He says, but what I want to do is just get a few more weeks for your other wound to heal up a bit more, because there's always that risk of cross-contamination and one thing and another. And he slated me in for August, September. Spoiler alert, I had it in August, but we'll get to that as we get to it. Really nice bloke, Mr. Hillary, he's called. It were him that I saw when I went for my first check up on things in Sheffield. In fact, he was, no, he weren't, that was a different guy. He was plastic surgeon. So, yeah, Mr. Hillary, it was. Nice bloke, really nice bloke. So down to earth. His staff that were with him there as well, so down to earth. Explained to me and Vicky everything. All ups, all downs to everything. So, yeah. What else? What else? Oh, I think it's about 10 years now that dinner's come up. As it was his wont, he'd come and visit every so often. He was still living in Hyde then, before he moved to Norfolk. But he'd come up, brought half in a birthday present and give him his own copy of Pinups, Bowie, Pinups. Went out to a pub, went to number 7. I'm not sure if this was the time that Guggen Band were there when he come up. But we sat and we had a few drinks and one thing and another. Our thing come with us. And then, as always happens, wherever you are with dinners, the resident nutter latches onto him. No idea who this guy was. Absolutely no idea who he was. But he'd come and he sat next to dinners and started talking to him like he'd known him all his life. And dinners being dinners, entertained him. Oh, a few beers were drunk. Bearing in mind I was still drinking back then. A few beers were drunk, and at the end of the night, or the end of the afternoon, he looked like this. I believe that was the night that we did a radio show together. I might be wrong in that one. But it's if it is that night, that's the night that I've never been let forget, because I made some comment about Muppets and guitar player out at Muppets, Janice. It's irrelevant now, but it was funny back then. And he's rid me about it ever since. So, fuzzy felt. Anywho, I think that's about it. If there's anything else, I will tag it on the end. Another short one, you will be glad to hear. Because I haven't really got much to say. I'm not feeling it today. I'm really not. I feel a bit under the weather and fed up with myself. I will be alright, like I always am, but I laid in bed this morning and I went to get my pillow and I moved and I twinged on my shoulder again. Oh. But hey ho, such is life. And it's going to be warm. It's going to be warm. It's already 26 degrees. They're saying it's going to be another heat wave and it's going to be warmer than the last one. Bugger. Anywho, TTFM.